Hello, I'm Jada Montemarano for Red Carpet Report at the Television Critics Association Winter Press Tour, talking to the cast and creators of the Hulu original series. I'm Jada. Nice to meet you. Just want to scooch down a little bit.
Yeah, tight cord.
Super tight over here. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. It's a fun day, yeah. I'm warmed up. You've got a fully warmed up me right now.
So you're going to be the best interview ever.
Yes. It's going to go downhill quick, so get it. Let's get it quick. Yeah.
So the end of the finale of season 2 was so impactful. Yes. Everyone said it was such an amazing finale. Yeah. How are you springboarding from that to season 3?
Well, we can't start that heavy, right? So we start with Valerie and Laura have moved out of the house. So there's some emotionality there around the fact that Alex is alone for the first time in a while, but he quickly finds ways to occupy his time and his mind. And part of that is he blew up his career at the end of the season too. So he's got to kind of put on his blue collar jeans and go look for a job, which is a cool, fun storyline for me. The two of them are trying to figure out what it means to live together. So there's a real pace to the beginning of the season, and I think the first 3 or 4 are among the funniest episodes we've done. I mean, I think the funny is, the show is both funny and dramatic in a balance that I really like and like doing, but I would say the funny quotient's pretty high in the first couple.
That's what's super interesting about this show, because you guys hit deep issues and real issues, but you do still keep it funny. How do you do that balance?
Well, the funny thing about television to me has always been that it's drama and it's comedy, but for me, the two intermingle on a daily basis. That's how humans are. People laugh at funerals, and I think the comedy plays best when the emotional underpinnings are there. So to me, it makes sense. It's Xander Lehman's voice, and it's just kind of how he is. So it's not like we have to work for it. I think we all ended up on the show because we kind of heard it when we read that first script, and we're like, yeah, this is kind of us. It's kind of how we see the world. So it doesn't feel like an effort to keep that balance, but it's why I love the show. Yeah. And
the show is very relationship heavy. It's all about the relationships between the cast. How do you keep that going? Is there anything the cast does together off screen to keep that continuity?
We hang out all the time in like an obnoxious way. A lot of people sort of tell you a tale about casts being really friendly with one another, but this is genuinely a very close cast. We were at Xander's house for New Year's Eve. It's a tight group. Michaela and I are writing an episode together this year, so we've gotten to spend a little time in a different capacity doing that. And I think that's stuff important. I think good actors at the end of the day can figure it out, but it certainly doesn't hurt that we spend a lot of time socially. I've done some traveling with Michaela and her husband. It's a tight group and a small group. I mean, the good thing about the show is it's like, I was just telling someone, it's not car wrecks and brain surgery. It's just like a couple people at a table just talking, and so you can really get it right, as opposed to like, oh, good, the dog barked, the kid's not crying, print, moving on.
So tell me about that you're writing an episode. How is that process?
Michaela and I have both done some writing for shows that we were not on, and so and Xander and Helen Estabrook, who produces the show, were aware of that and invited us very kindly to join them. And it was such a blast. Jumping into that writer's room for a couple weeks. I think the writers thought it was kind of trippy because they're like the characters they've been writing for a couple years. They're looking at them and hearing them talk. And I hope it all comes together because we certainly have had fun doing it. And it's a cool experiment to take a guy that you've been for a couple of years and then start writing in his voice. It's a wild ride. We're having fun.
That's awesome. I'm going to be looking forward to that episode. It was really great speaking with you. Thank you. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and of course, subscribe to our channel for more. And in the comments below, let me know what your favorite Hulu original series is.